Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. My seminar topic is allowance presented by Swati S. MCOM Final MPM Government First Grade College, Karkala. What is an allowance? An allowance is a financial benefit given to the employee by the employer over and above the regular salary. These benefits are provided to cover expenses that may be incurred to facilitate the discharge of service. For example, conveyance allowance is paid to food expenses incurred for commuting to the workplace. Some of these allowances are taxable under the head salaries. A few of them again could be partly taxable and few others are non-taxable or fully exempt from taxes. Allowances means payment in cash made by the employer to his employees monthly other than salary is called an allowance. It is a fixed sum of money paid regularly in addition to salary for the purpose of meeting some particular requirement connected with the service rendered by an employee. From the income tax point of view, there are three types of allowances. First one, taxable allowances. Second one, non-taxable allowances. Third one, partly taxable allowances. In India, tax rules are different for individuals earning income from salary and individuals having other type of income. E-filing income tax is a boon to them. However, they still have to declare their salary income in a form online or offline to file their returns, and the knowledge of allowances that are paid by the employers to meet various costs can come in handy while filling their returns. Taxable allowances, in that first one, dearness allowances. Dearness allowances or DA is an allowance paid to employees as a cost of living adjustment allowance paid to employees to cope with inflation. Dearness allowance paid to employees is fully taxable with salaries. The Income Tax Act mandates that tax liability for dearness allowance along with salary must be declared in the filled returns. Dearness allowance is a paid to employees to compensate for the rise the price level. This amount is included in income under the head income from salaries. Dearness allowances is also fully taxable. Entertainment allowance, employees are allowed the lowest of the declared amount, one-fifth of basic salary, actual amount received as allowances or rupees 5,000. This is an allowances provided to employees to reimburse the expenses incurred on the hospitality of customers. However, government employees can claim exemption in the manner provided in section 16 second. All other employees have to pay tax on it. Is an allowance given by an employer to his employee. It is first included in the income from salary under section 15 and the deduction is allowed to the government employee under section 16(7). Its detailed description is given under the subhead deductions. Overtime allowances. Employee may be provide an overtime allowance to employees working over and above the regular work hours. This is called overtime and any allowances received for this is fully taxable. When an employee works for extra hours over and above his normal hours of duty, he is even overtime allowance. It is fully taxable. City compensatory allowances. Compensatory allowances paid by employees in an urban center which may be highly expensive and to cope with the inflated living cost in the cities. These allowances are also fully taxable. Interim allowances. When an employer gives any interim allowances in lieu to final allowances, this become also fully taxable. Project allowances. When an employer provide an allowances to employees to meet project expenses, this is also fully taxable. Tiffin or meals allowances. Sometimes employees may provide tiffin or meals allowances to the employees. This is fully taxable. It is given for lunch or refreshment to the employees. Cash allowance. When the employer provide a cash allowances like marriage allowance, bereavement allowance or holiday allowance, it become fully taxable. Non-practicing allowances. When physicians are attached to clinical centers of the various laboratories, institutes, any non-practicing allowances paid to them become fully taxable. It is generally given to those medical doctors who are in government service and there are banned from doing a private practice. It is to compensate then for this ban, it is fully taxable. Warden allowance. When an employer pay an allowances to an employee working as a warden, that is keeper in an educational institution, the allowances received is fully taxable. These allowances are given in educational institution for working as warden of the hostel or proctor in the institutions. These allowances are fully taxable. Servant allowances. When an employer pays an employee to engage service of a servant, such an allowance is taxable. It is fully taxable even if it is given to a low paid employee not being an officer. It is taxable for all the category of employees. Next one, partly taxable allowances. In that first one, house rent allowances. When an employer pays an allowances for the employee's accommodation, it is called house rent allowances. Tax exemption under section 10 subsection 13A can be claimed on whichever amount is lower of the three. HRA as per actually received by the employee. First one, rent paid as per actual less 10% of basic salary. Second one, in metros, that is Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai or Kolkata, as much as 50% basic salary or else 40% of it if the accommodation is an non-metro. Any amount of this rent allowances received after claiming such a deduction is taxable. An allowance granted to an assessee by the employer to meet expenditure incurred on a payment of rent in respect of residential accommodation occupied by him is exempt from tax to a certain extent. Rule 2A prescribe that the least of the following amount shall be exempted. First one, HRA actually received by the assessee or be excess of rent paid by the assessee over 10% of salary due to him or the relevant period, or if the accommodation is situated at Mumbai, Kolkata, Delhi or Chennai, 50% of the salary due to the assessee, and if the accommodation situated any other place, 40% of the salary due to the assessee. Next one, fixed medical allowance. This is an allowance paid by the employer when the employee or any of his family members fall sick for the cost incurred on their treatment. If any such reimbursement exceed 15,000 per year, the same is taxable. Special allowances. Special allowances paid to employees is covered under section 14, subsection 1, and does not fall within the purview of a perquisite. It is essentially for a performance of a duty is partly taxable. Non-taxable allowances. In that first one, allowances paid to government servant abroad. When servant of government of India are paid an allowance while serving abroad, such income is fully exempt from taxes. Sumptuary allowances. Sumptuary allowances paid to judges of HC or SC are not taxed. Allowances paid by UNO. Allowances received by employees of UNO are fully exempt from taxes. Fourth one, compensatory allowance paid to judge. When a judge receives compensatory allowance, it is not taxable. These are all non-taxable or fully exempt from taxes. Thank you.